taking in the sights and scenes of the studio. Jacob Fatu
Come on with it.
is with us. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm happy to be up in here. It's
Yeah?
cool, man. Just right back in motion with it. Out here for the 2K tapping in. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a lot of big things. See sister down there busy, you know what I mean? Looking beautiful as always.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? No, but man, we over here at the headquarters, baby. You don't get no better.
You know, something I've noticed about you, speaking to you, doing media,
Yeah.
is that you have the ability to turn on the charm.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Be very jovial, have a great time.
For sure.
But then I watch you on television,
Yeah.
and you have the ability to completely turn it off and go like, no. I've watched a lot of wrestling, but that's somebody that I don't want to say the wrong thing around. That's a real, that's a real human interacting there.
I mean,
Is
yeah.
there a switch? Is there something that you do?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a switch. It's go time. It's go time.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that switch turns on as soon as I walk out, my door to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And the switch been on ever since this morning. You know, flew out, got here this morning. At the airport? My day woke up at 4:45. Yeah, that switch is on. You know what I mean? So we still here now, grinding. So yeah, man, we live and direct. I'm happy to be up in here though. I almost walked out though. I almost walked out. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't. The brother came in there and double backed on me. So man, I'm happy we over here. See, you got Alpha and Sika, man.
Of course.
Hot Chief, Jay Uso. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Got the
Not at all.
VHSs, man. Yeah. Before there was Netflix and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you had to go like this. Mm-hmm.
You remember.
Hey, sometimes you had to open this thing up and rewind it a little
right.
bit. You know what I mean? Put it in like that.
Did you ever have to get a piece of Scotch tape
Man, come on,
to
brother.
fix it because the VCR
Man,
ripped the
and
tape?
Then, and then you had to put in a piece over here just to record over it.
100%. You
know
put the
what I
tape
mean?
over it,
Yeah.
the little piece of tape over the box.
This is crazy. I hope y'all got a lot of these saved, man. You know what I mean? That's hard, bro. And you
Jacob-
got the No Mercy one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course we do. You came back and you look like you might be in the best shape of your life. People were
Yeah.
pointing out you're walking in the ring, no shirt, showing
Yeah.
everybody the shape that you're in. What did you do while you were gone that got you into that shape?
Man, you know what? First off, shout out to AJ Styles, man. AJ is the one that seen me backstage, and I cut up my shirts, I threw it on, and AJ was just like, "Man, what the freak? Like, man, you about to." Man, it's a six-pack, dude. I mean, it ain't no six-pack. A little bit of abs, though. Yeah, just a little bit. But, if it wasn't for OG, I mean, man, he's the phenomenal one. So, you got to listen, man, when he speaks up. So, man, shout out to AJ Styles, man, for making that happen. But, man, the process, it was different than when I debuted. I missed out on a lot of opportunities. I don't know that, but, things happen. In wrestling, they say timing is everything. But at the end of the day, with me missing out on a lot of stuff, I missed out on War Chambers. I probably would have missed out. I don't know. I probably would have. It would have been cool to do something with Cena. Not saying it happened. I never heard it at all. But it was a lot of stuff. But man, things happen. The show must go on.
Yeah, when you see that, right, that's actually a great point. You're talking about War Games, and I remember seeing that, like, it popped up on Unreal.
Yeah.
Like, you could try to think about it all you want, but it said, when you looked at that whiteboard
Yeah.
on the Unreal show,
I've seen that.
your name
Yeah.
is on the War Games lineup. Does that kind of mess
Yeah.
with you?
I mean, it does. It was California, San Diego.
Yeah.
I mean, that setup was beautiful. I mean, to go back, let's be real, it was downtown, it was a setup, that's where the great luchador Rey Mysterio, Dom, Nia Jax, they all from around that way. But you know what it is. So instead of being home moping and dwelling on stuff, I really had to get right. I feel like this time was the perfect time for me to get right. I ain't going to sugarcoat none. Yeah, I got comfortable. Yeah, I got way too comfortable. That's why when it's time for me, it was time to get out, it was the perfect timing. It was time for me to really regroup. I ain't even been here that long. I'm not going to act like I've been in the game I was there, had a 5-year run. No. I got comfortable. That's what it was. Now, when Jacob had to come back, I had to double back on a lot. I had to remember who the Samoan Werewolf was. I had to remember who I was. You guys done seen that, okay? Happy to be here, Jacob. Yeah, that's ass. Oh, that's ass. Man, I'm back full motion, and I'm not here. This doesn't mean, new year, new me, new championship, man. Been there, done that. Nah, we ain't doing that. You gonna get what you get. And I think this is exactly why I'm here, because I gravitate towards people because I'm myself, So, yeah, when I came back, yeah, it was different. And I feel different. And to keep it so 100, You know, I feel like I'm more dangerous. And see, bro, there's a difference between being cocky and confident. My confidence is up. I'm never cocky because, man, we done knocked and slapped cocky people our whole life. Nah, I'm confident now. So, yeah, when I come back, I'm feeling a little different. I'm feeling a little motion. No, same thing what Michael Hayes says. When you think you're over, you're not over. I'm not saying I thought that, but, you know, I don't never think that. But, you know, it's a whole nother full throttle with me. I feel like I'm here when I came back. Mind you, I ain't been in the WWE for about 2 years. I've been here. I feel like I'm right here, and I'm climbing to the top, and that's fine. You know, it's just giving me more motivation and more fire underneath my ass to push, you know, where I need to be, especially after what happened last week.
Yeah.
Well, when you talk about that motivation, is Jacob Fatu, the Jacob Fatu that returned, the Jacob Fatu that really all of us have been waiting to see. Is this Jacob Fatu revenge driven or championship driven?
You know what it is? It's more revenge. I'm not going to lie. The belt, never even thought about the title. I'm sorry, the title. You know what I mean? Let's show that more respect, though, you know, because that needs to be more respected than what it is. So, yeah, I wasn't thinking about the title. Now, can you get me wrong from thinking about it after last week? I mean, man, if you think about Elimination Chamber, I mean, man, my name should be coming up. I mean, let's think about it. I mean, if this was the year to see Jacob Fatu in the Elimination Chamber, it sure in the hell would have been at the end of this month, you know? But then I got my mind changing, you know, like what you said. It wasn't title driven, but now it is. Now it's different, you know? Drew did what Drew was supposed to do. I done did what I was supposed to do. I should have expected Drew to come in. Me knowing where I come from, how I do things, and how things go around, I should have known he was doing. With me coming in, whipping his ass, I should have known. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and moan, complain, and bitch about it. No, I'm just going to keep moving forward, keep grinding, you know? And that was a good question, though, sis, you know, because it was going in more revenge. But then it took another turn after last week.
And I think, too, that, like, and that's probably what that new energy is from the return, is that I'm sure you heard it, right? Yeah. All the people saying, Jacob Fatu, future main eventer, from the time that you showed up, like talking about you in the title picture and the fact that you're back on television and immediately in the WWE championship picture, I think speaks to a lot of that. But you also said, like, you were just talking about where you came from. And I was thinking about this last night. I think it's really interesting that people who have followed you for a long time, like you know I have.
Yes.
There was a narrative that was, man, Jacob Fatu is great, but because of his past, he's not going to get to WWE. He can't come in. He can't come in because of his past. Yep. And I was thinking about it, and I said, man, it is amazing that narrative existed for so long, and now that story, your past, is the story that has put you in the title picture. You coming from where you came from is what makes you a main event guy in WWE.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, man, listen, everybody get a chance. Oh, I would have changed this. I would have changed that. I wouldn't have changed anything. I truly stand on that because I feel like everything that I've been through, it helped me to get here. I'm not saying I had the worst life out of everybody on the roster. No, I had some trouble. I was young. Man, come on, bro. I'm not saying my parents were bad. I came from a bad family. No, I came from a loving and a great, big, huge family, you know. I just didn't realize I was good at wrestling, you know. But once the passion was different, it's always been around. But, man, I'm not saying this goes back to being confident and not cocky, but, man, you can't deny this. You can't deny this when you see this. I mean, this ain't even just saying it just to say it. But, man, when I walk through the doors, I'm going to change the mood in the room. I could change the mood in the room. And you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it for myself. I talk about my kids and my wife and all that, my family, but I can't even help them if I'm not helping myself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what Jacob got to do? Jacob got to get back on the grind. On another note, y'all need to stop believing everything on the internet. Don't believe the internet's fake. Don't believe what people say. So what? Bro, they called me all type of things. Mm-hmm. They called me this, they called me that. They told me I would, but what's happening? Yeah, we locked in now. Now we on the Sam Roberts show. You know what I mean? Tap in with that. Your ass is trash. How about that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, we live and direct with it. But the past, absolutely. The past was just a motivation. The past was just another stepping stone just to get here where we are at now. And then, if you guys seen the promo that I did with Cody, you know, I mean the promo. I'm sorry, the back meeting or whatever.
Confrontation,
the confrontation.
face-to-face.
Yeah, when you, I really meant all that.
Yeah.
I really meant the choices I made. Obviously, it got me here. I fixed them. Them choices, obviously got me here sitting in front of Cody. I was hot. I was fired before I almost got hired. Like, oh, that's not rhyming. That's not bars. Like, this is for real. Like, if y'all want to know in wrestling terms, for shoot, yeah, this is for real. All right, this ain't no gimmick. This ain't me trying to play another coach. No, this ain't none of that. And I guarantee I know half of them wouldn't even say that to me. But you know what? I ain't that tough guy no more on the streets. You can say what you want, man, brother. The most gangsterest thing I could do right now is stay out the way, do my job, beat people up legally, get paid for it. You know what I mean? And take care of my kids and my wife, man.
But there was, bro, you walking to the ring, shouting, I went from EBT to WWE. You know.
Hey, for real, give it up, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to give it up for that.
And I heard you on The Breakfast Club, too. Yeah. You said that before you wanted to be a wrestler, you thought you were going to be a rapper.
Oh, yeah,
and now you're on TV with these bars that, are resonating.
You know what I mean?
You're doing it all.
Man, my brother, man, thanks for recognizing that. Hey, but you know what? When I say that, that once again, that has to do with something my past. I'm getting goosebumps. Because I remember seeing that in those offices. I remember meeting up with those workers with my wife. I remember them saying, oh, well, on the internet, it says that you're a professional wrestler, to where we wouldn't even amount to get, mind you, I was only getting food stamps. I wouldn't even get in the cash part, and that's cool. I wrestled every weekend. But I said that proudly. That wasn't nothing to be ashamed of for me. No, I'm going to let y'all know, anything is possible you can do. Trust me, man. And you know what? On another note, I didn't even know I was doing a walk and talk until 5 minutes before that. I didn't know what I was going to say. I knew we were in Montreal. I was about to say something, but then I just went blank. So when I said that WWE, EBT, it was just, man, wow. I went from, you know what I mean? So that's why it was a pause. When you go back and watch it, all this is kind of all this is on the fly.
Yeah.
This isn't get a script. Okay, say this. No, it's not that. Hunter said that too. Michael Hayes, Hunter, Bobby Roode, and Helms, Hurricane. Hey, man, we ain't here to change you. You be you for who you are. So everybody saying when you come to WWE and you get switched and your name and all that, okay, man, that's ass. No, all right? You come and be you. Something that I always tell my kids, they going to accept you for who you are, not for who you trying to be. You know what I mean? So, man, yeah, be yourself at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Motivation.
Yeah.
From Jacob Fatu.
Come on.
And, Megan's had to deal with it more than anybody. I probably spent 3 weeks after that Cody confrontation yelling, they don't make them like me
They don't make them
anymore.
like me. Hell, they ain't never made them like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think Sam cuts that promo to himself every single morning in the bathroom mirror. I'm not kidding. You think I'm joking, but I think every morning before Sam does his radio show, that's what he says to himself.
Before he walks in here.
That's right. Yes. That's right. But the shows are good.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. They don't make them like this no more. They ain't never made them like this.
That's right. You know that's exactly right.
Come on, Woody.
I want to ask you a question I've been meaning to ask you forever about your debut coming into WWE. All these rumors. I remember Megan and I were texting back and forth. Megan's like, is he coming this? I don't know. He's coming this week. I don't know. But I swear, and I don't know if we have to cut this out or not, but I swear, walking around WrestleMania 40 in Philly, I swear I saw you there.
I was there.
I saw you there. And I remember thinking, oh my God. I didn't say anything to Megan. I was like, oh my God.
I was tucked off.
That's Jacob.
I was tucked off.
Wearing like a 49ers hat or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
that was on the second day. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's when it was horrible, man. I showed up in camo shorts. It was bad, bro. It was bad, bro. I got to get the dressing together. But yeah, I was there. WrestleMania 40, man, pulled up. A lot of people don't know. A lot of my independent career took off in Philadelphia. So to be there at WrestleMania during that time, it was something special. I got there at WrestleMania. Still didn't know. I was signed already. I just got signed, but I didn't know when I was coming. Mm-hmm. The day after WrestleMania 40, met everybody, said what's up. We were in the Hall of Fame. I was sitting in Gorilla. Nobody could see me. I was hoodied up. I was everybody walking by. And I was tripping out. I seen my brother Solo. I seen my brother Big Jim. You know what I mean? See Mr. Yeet Man. Seen all of them. And I was in there with Roman, the tribal chief. And OG Paul Heyman. So to go out there to be a part of that was off the rip. To see the match, the pre-match, that the stuff that Roman goes through, man, it was just mind blowing. And I just remember when Roman seen me, when I left, he said, Jacob, do whatever you got to do, but when you come back, look different. Like I was already looking different at that time, but you know, two more months, man, came in and got it rolling.
Yeah.
The day after WrestleMania 42, seen Tama Tonga come over there. Tama Tonga's a beast, a workhorse, a dog. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Seen him. Man, okay. Didn't know they was coming. Mm-hmm. Backlash, France. Seen Tonga Loa pop up. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, okay. I had to call brother and them. Like, hey, man, I still got a job over there. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't know what was going on. But, man, it all fell together. It all came together. I was supposed to debut at Money in the Bank. Wow. Next thing you know, they called, man, a couple days and was like, we doing it on SmackDown.
Wow.
Nobody's seen it coming.
No.
You
remember what I told you?
Well, it was funny because there were rumors circulating on the internet that Jacob Fatu was coming. And then it was Tama Tonga comes, Tonga Loa comes. And I wasn't familiar with your work on the Indies.
Yeah, no,
and so every single time that a Samoan
or Tongan
would appear,
like, is that Jacob?
I would literally,
I
would literally text him and I say, is that Jacob Fatu? And he told me, you will know when Jacob Fatu comes. And the second you appeared on my screen, I knew, because it goes back to what you talked about before. Yeah. You have this connection. And I think it has to do with a lot of your authenticity.
It all changed.
It's a little different. We the process for the debut was an awesome, and I'll forever remember this process. Man, I couldn't even sleep the night before. Stayed up. Cleaned up my whole apartment, you know what I mean? Cleaned up everything, wiped out I was up. She was like, oh, man, here you go. Like, nah, baby, I'm just, you know what I mean, nervous. But instead of flying to Chicago, me and Solo flew to Milwaukee. Took that drive, hopped on the bus, and just stayed on there. You know what I mean? And, man, I just remember being underneath the ring and, man, just couldn't even feel my body, couldn't feel myself. Shout out to Nick, man. Nick underneath the ring. He was underneath the ring with me. I just remember, man, just saying a prayer, just doing a couple push-ups, what I can to get warmed up underneath the ring. And next thing you know, man, that's exactly what I did. I took a breath. Next thing you know, just, man, stand by. 3, 2, 1, go. Man, bro, I just remember when I came out, I couldn't hear nothing. I couldn't see nobody. I just seen Solo and I just seen the referee and that was it. And man, slid out. Everything was history, man. You know what I mean? That was a far jump.
And those photos from that day are still like the iconic, like that one where you got that like Samoan, like that, like
it's
with
different.
The hair swiped over and everything. Yeah.
It's different, man. And shout out to Chicago though too, man. Chicago, Philly, these are other big cities, man, that's been a big part of my upcoming, and New York as well. You know, I'm from the West Coast. I'm from Sacramento, California, but our independence out there is trash. You know what I mean? I mean, not now. Shout out to everybody now because that's where I come from. You know what I mean? But otherwise than that, though. But, man, yeah, the debut, June 21st, man. We was locked in, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I remember I Love You Solo. Was that first thing?
Yeah.
Was that just something that occurred to you?
Was that something that just came up?
Yeah.
It just came up right before we walked out. Mm-hmm. The funny story about that, it was Road Dogg. I seen him in catering the next day. I love you, Solo. I love you. And I'm thinking, oh, man, he messing with me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm sitting there eating and he walks up just, hey, man, I don't know what it was about that, man. It just stuck with me. I love you, Solo. Walks away. But you know, me just, man, instead of thinking he messing with me, oh, okay. Man, I'm going to stick to it. I just kept saying it. And next thing you know, man, when the crowd started coming with it, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Now you look ahead, and I mean, you talked about being at WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
2 years later, going into WrestleMania 42.
The crazy thing about this, it's on my Twitter somewhere.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 39 in L.A.?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. 39 in L.A., yes.
Yeah.
When I seen Solo walk out, man, bro, y'all don't understand, bro. That put like, man, that brought tears of joy to us. You know what I mean? We were so happy to see my brother walk out. He got kicked out, but came back for the finish when he spiked Cody ass. You know what I mean? But I put WM42, and I didn't even have no talks though with the company. I didn't know if I was going to be here. I didn't know. I was just on Twitter looking for it the other day. You know what I mean? But it got too long. I just gave up. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
But I put capital W, capital M, 42. And now, look, You know what I mean? And I was still signed. I was still signed with the other company. It was just me. But man, my brother Solo, they motivated me. The Usos roaming, but seeing Solo walk out was like, man, come on with it. You know what I mean? Come on with it.
You know what's the best part of that? It didn't click in until a year and change later, and even that, like before you really are on your own, the guy.
Yeah,
you're exactly lined up. But
you know what I mean?
I think that's just an important thing for people to realize. Like 3 years, like everybody wants to get it in 3 months.
No, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen overnight. It took me on independent 12 years. So everybody complaining and bitching and complaining about this and that, or what can I make it? Or man, stop, okay. All right, when I hear people complain about the plane being delayed, man, come on. All right, remember when your ass didn't have a job here.
That's right.
All right, remember we was in no video games. Remember nobody came to see you. You know, people might come see the wrestlers more than on the WWE than they did on the independents. You know what I mean? And nothing against the workers who has not been on the independents. Okay, that's okay. That's good. I don't want nobody to have to go through it if they don't have to. I had to go through it. So I was grateful for the grind, all right?
Yeah.
If you didn't have to go through the independents, okay, that's cool. That's another thing. But man, bro, just keep pushing. Keep pushing, keep going. People will say a lot nowadays, man. You know what I mean? You just got to kill it with a smile, man, and keep moving. You know what I mean? That's it. Kill him with a smile. They want to see us mad. They want to see us sad. They want to see us down.
That's it.
Man, just kill him with a smile and be happy to be on the Stan Roberts show right now. You know what I mean? That's it. Right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Jacob, you can kill him with a smile.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kill him with a lot more, but
Yeah.
you choose to kill him with a
What's
smile.
up? Yeah, come on, man.
And we appreciate you being so generous with your time, hanging out with us.
Peoples.
You're the
too,
man.
Yes.
Megan.
You're the best.
You did your thing too out there. I seen sis, man. She was busy. Yeah, I mean, I was walking by at the time to say hello real quick.
That's awesome.
And then she even told, "Oh no, bro, we finished." I was like, "Okay, for sure." So, man, shout out to what's the gentleman who came and got me?
I think that was Charles.
Charles, if you're back there, thank you, Charles.
I love that.
Who's
Shout out
up?
to Charles.
Shout out Charles.
Nick Under the Ring.
Nick Under the Ring.
Everybody's appreciating.
Come on with it. Let's give it up, man. Yeah,
Let's give it up for everyone.
Thank you, though, bro. Appreciate having me, though, brother.
Appreciate it, dude.
So.